guys, I am just got this question for you guys. It's come up a couple of times for me, and now I'm just putting it out there to share with you. Do you brand yourself or do you brand your business? Which is the best method to take? And I want to tackle this because I've heard this time and time again, and different views towards this, and I just want to give you some clarity here. Let's take this example. Okay, you know the Kardashian Jenner clan. You know they exist. You know that they exist. There was a machine there. They're a big, huge brand. Big package deal led by Kim Kardashian, and we know this, right? If you know anything about, heck, it's on you. You don't even need to know pop culture. Just be aware of what's going on in society, and they're all over the place. And, now eyes were on, and still on, Kim Kardashian, who has built that family brand. But if you look at the example of Kylie, the younger Kardashian Jenner clan member, and you look at how she built her personal brand, take notes from that. Because originally, yes, she was part of the bigger family brand, the family business. But what she did very smart, with, of course, help with her, mother and everybody else, is that she stepped out of just this business machine and built her own unique personal brand. And, that encompassed her personality, her style, what she has to say to other young girls, who then feel like, I can identify with her and I want to follow her. And that's what she's done. She has millions of followers. She's built an audience of young girls who can relate to her and her personal brand. So in doing so, when she was ready to launch a product like her lip kits, of course they were going to sell out because now she already built an audience. She's been giving to them. She's been giving her experience, connecting with them on the level of being a young girl, a millennial, or whatever her generation is now, connecting on that level so that when she has this product, of course, it's easy. It's an easy sell. And that's the power of utilizing your brand, your personal brand, and infusing that into your business. It works in that way. And when you're doing this, what you're basically doing is you're personalizing the experience. You step away from just selling, and now you're putting a face, a personality, and your greater message, you're pulling that, you're infusing that into your business. So it becomes more real, it becomes more human, it becomes a method of a way for people to connect with you, right? And the results is, if in this case, like you can see with Kylie, she of course sold out her product. And this is one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of entrepreneurs, and I'm not just talking about, entrepreneurs who are new to business here. I'm just checking here. I don't know how to, I thought I shared this, but if you can share this live as well, if this is resonating with you, share it with someone who you feel this can help. But going back to this example, big mistake that a lot of entrepreneurs, new and old, make is not doing this step, skipping this step, and just going straight into sales. And, then questioning after you've been selling, yes, you've got this product you're selling, but then why am I not seeing business growth? And if you've been a seasoned entrepreneur, why am I not next leveling here? And it's because you skipped this really critical step of building a brand that's creating this emotional connection with your audience. And I'm not just talking about, when I'm saying building a brand, I'm not just talking about design work here. That's part of it. I love design work. And that is a whole nother thing on visual messages and how to communicate in that way. But I'm talking about going deeper here into the emotions and why people will keep on staying with you, with your business, why people will follow your business, why people will purchase from you. What is that? The whole psychology behind having a business. And so one of the big mistakes, as I'm saying before, is to be distant, to be emotionally distant, to be more operational, and to operate in that manner. For instance, you might say, okay, it's easy for you. If you're doing that, you're going to be easily replaceable because, why not go with someone who's a cheaper coach? Why not go with someone who I can spend less money getting a service? It would be easier. It's easy to just replace you. But if I've been following you for a while and I feel like, I like tuning into let's say your lives. I like getting your email and your message and your flavor on things. And I feel like I'm getting a lot of insight and value when you're sharing your information with me. People will stay connected to you. They want to connect with you because they feel like you get them. It becomes more emotionally driven versus, just, hey, buy from me and you're just selling. It doesn't work that way. And yes, that's where it comes into play that people buy from people. It's that Kylie effect that's been going on. It's the same thing. And when you're doing this, the bigger benefit that you get when you're building a brand, the true way of building a brand and pulling your personal brand into your business is that you get greater opportunities for business growth. Your business isn't just in a box, right? Your business today may not be the same tomorrow. If you are in this for the long haul, growing your business, it may change. There is a big chance that your business may change, especially if you're doing something like coaching, and that's okay. But if you're building a brand, your business can be timeless, and that's the beauty of it. So if you're growing, evolving, as you should as a person, and your business is growing and evolving, it'll be seamless. It becomes one and the same, and you're not losing an audience in the process because these folks have been following you, they like you, they're getting to know you, and as you shift, and let's say that your business goes from coaching to being an inspirational speaker, or you decide to do healing work, or whatever avenue you decide to head into, you already have people who have been on the ride, on your journey, and have now formed this commitment with you. And when you tell them why you shifted and pivoted and where you're heading now, they're on board to support you. And it's not just because, and partly, yes, it is because they've been entertained by your messages and your journey, but also because all along the way, you've been giving value to them. You've been talking and, having conversations with them. And now, because you've helped them out too, with the value you've been giving them, they want to support you back. They're going to root for you when you're on journey number 10, or when you decided to next level your business, or you decided to step back or refocus things. They get it because you've taken them into this journey, this experience, and this conversation that you pulled them into. It's more emotionally driven, right? So that's the benefit of pulling in your personal brand and really creating a brand instead of just a business transaction. And so now, how do you make this shift? How do you make this shift into building an emotionally driven business brand that's going to be timeless? There are three things you can do. Actually, there are three questions that you can ask yourself to make this shift. The first question being, ask yourself, how would you describe the experience working with you? What is that experience like? Give that some thought. And, even when you're thinking of like the Kylie effect, in her case, it's more like a youthful, carefree, approach to life and her own philosophy on being young and taking on life. What is that experience that you're bringing to the table? And this is where I help my clients gain this type of clarity, where they're thinking about, okay, well, what's my unique approach? What is unique about my brand? It's great if it's infused in some sort of methodology. Keep that in mind too, between the experience, what's the methodology? What's that thing that you rinse, recycle, and constantly bring into the experience? And that's part of the brand, right? What is that methodology? What does that look like? Ask yourself that. Give that thought. Question number one. The second thing to think about is what motivates you. What is your bigger message, your bigger purpose? What is that underlining message, that meaning behind your business? And I'm telling you, encouraging you to do this because it does That's helping with the glue, that whole emotional connection there. And it's important that part of this is that you find your voice. You let people hear your voice, that message, what you're feeling, your stance on life, whatever your voice is, it's important so that people hear that voice and connect with that voice. In my case, I help entrepreneurs to find their voice. That's something that I'm very passionate about, helping them to get that clarity, and then, making sure that bubbles up, and then you see that visually in design and in the creative work. But then if, you start with that purpose, that voice, that message that your audience will connect with. What is that for you? What does that look like? What does that sound like? What is that greater meaning that's linked to your business? Ask yourself that. That's question number 2. And then the third thing that you can't skip, you have to know, okay, who are you reaching? Who are you serving at the end of the day? You can't serve everyone. It would be nice, but you really can't serve everyone. Who is that woman, that man who needs that greater message, who can benefit from it? And most likely it's someone who, in your mind, you're thinking, okay, has been where I've been. And of course you would do your research, do your homework to make sure that that person actually exists, that audience actually exists. Because we have these thoughts in our head that everyone can relate to this, and then you do the research and you realize it looks very different and people have a different take on things. But just for now, give it some thought on who you're wishing to serve, because then you're going to have to focus all your energy, all your work, your methodology, everything that you're going to build into your business, your services, have to meet that person's expectations and their needs, right? And those are the 3 things. Really just sit down today and ask yourself this, question yourself and give it some thought, because once you do that, that's a huge step in gaining some clarity and making sure that your personal brand is working for you and that you're pulling that to help boost your business, right? That Kylie effect that's been taking place, okay? So if you do have questions about this, you need someone to bounce off some ideas here, you need someone to or you need me to go deeper with you and really personalize here what this means for you, what you should be thinking, you have questions, hop on a call with me. I'll leave the link below so that you can just schedule some time with me. And if this video is helpful for you, don't forget to like it, share it, subscribe to these videos, and then I'll see you guys next time. Bye.